Hello, Forecaster here again, and we are back for episode 53. So, first you'll notice that my advanced compressors are up and running, finally, and I have a bunch of heat sinks and some blocks of compressed iron to cool them, and they are running nicely and efficiently. I also got my drones working again, and I figured out that the problem was that they were trying to access this provider frame down here. But since it was blocked off, they couldn't find a way to reach it, and there was no room to teleport to, which they will attempt to do if they can't pathfind to their destination. So they just got stuck. I've told Mine Martin about this, and hopefully he will make it so that the drones won't try to get to frames that are completely blocked off anymore in a future release. But until then, I guess I'll have to leave this hole in the floor, and I'll have to watch to make sure the drones don't get stuck under the covers here again. Now, so this is up and running, and the system is being kept at a nice 4.8 bars by this regulator tube here, and it was as I suspected when we ended the last episode. The regulator tube doesn't regulate itself, it regulates the block in front of it, I suppose you could say. So here we have 19 bars, which is the cutoff for these compressors. And in the block in front of the regulator tube, we have the 4.8 maximum that the configuration has been set to. So that is all nice. I also moved my charging station, or rather I put a second one here on the high pressure side, because the charging station can go up to 20, which means I can now charge my tools, my pneumatic tools, like the Amadron tablet, the configurator, and the wrench, up to their maximum, a nice 10 bars of pressure. And it also means that the drones have the ability to charge up to 10 as well. Whether they actually will, I have no idea. Anyway, so things up here are working again. Hopefully the drones will behave now. My boiler shut down for a while because it ran out of fuel and wasn't being supplied. Now, let's continue with the construction down here. So I've written a program, and I've been making these programming pieces, which is the main reason I wanted to make the assembly machine and upgrade my compressors to make it easier to make these. So I've written a program that requires all of these, or most of those pieces. And let's go through this. I haven't tested this, but the idea is, first we start here, obviously, at the start piece. And first we have a coordinate operator. And the coordinate operator allows you to assign a coordinate to a variable. And as you can see, the variable that is being set is the variable named IO. And then we have a coordinate piece here, which has a coordinate and that happens to be the coordinate of this chest here. This is going to be our input and output. Then, next, we have a drone condition. And this condition checks if the drone has a pickaxe in its inventory. And it ignores metadata or damage value, so it doesn't matter if the pickaxe is damaged or not. If it has a pickaxe in its inventory, it's going to jump here. If it does not have a pickaxe, it's going to get import a single pickaxe. As you can see, using count 1, it's going to get a single pickaxe from this chest here. And I've set the pickaxe to have the metadata 0, which should mean that it will try to find, or it will only grab an undamaged pick or an unused pickaxe. Then we'll start. After it gets the pickaxe, it will start over, and it will get here again. And if it now has a pickaxe, it will then jump here. It will then check an area for blocks, and the area I've designated is this wall here. So from that corner down to this corner here. And if this area let's see, all blocks are air, is how I think this is going to work, because I've not assigned a filter. I think it's supposed to check for air. But it doesn't say what it does when there is no filter. So we're going to have to see what happens. Now, if the area is not all air, it's going to jump here, where we have the dig area, which is set to this same area. And I've turned on this, so it's only going to dig one block. Then it's going to go down here. It's going to check its inventory and for a pickaxe that has a damage value of 14. I'm not sure how this works exactly. So this goes up to 15, which is the maximum damage value for blocks that is used in vanilla. For example, wool, the last color would be 15 and the first one would be 0 or no damage value. However, tools go a lot higher than 15. So I'm not sure how that will work really, but we'll have to see. The idea is that if the tool has been used, so every time it comes here, it's going to use or spend one use of the tool it has, and when it reaches this point, when it's used the tool a number of times, it's going to detect that the tool is damaged enough, and then it's going to jump here, and it's going to export everything into the input-output chest over there. And then it's going to start over, and then it's going to start over back here, and since it no longer has a pickaxe now, it's going to try to grab a new undamaged one from back here. If when it's checking and the pickaxe is not at the specific damage value, it's going to reach the end of the program here and start over. It's going to have a pickaxe still here because it doesn't dump it here, and then it's going to find its way back here, assuming there are still blocks to dig. and then it's going to dig another block and then continue doing that. Now, when all of the blocks in this area are air, it's going to empty its inventory in here because it no longer needs the pickaxe, and it's although maybe I should not have that. So might as well keep the pickaxe, really. So we'll do that instead. It should work as well. It's then going to check if all the blocks in this area are basic glass wall. If they are, or if they're not, it's going to import basic glass walls from this chest, as many as it can, I assume. And then it's going to place basic glass walls in this area to try and fill this wall. If all the blocks in this area are basic glass walls, it means it's done. So I'm going to jump here, which has a go-to location, which is set just above this hopper, and it's then going to execute the suicide command. And the suicide command basically does the same thing as wrenching the drone. It's going to pop into an item and then fall in the hopper, I hope, or it might fall outside the hopper, along with the any remaining glass walls and tools it's carrying, and they're going to be deposited in the chest. So that is my plan. I hope you were able to follow that. And now we're just going to export the program, which is going to use a lot of programming pieces here. And then we're just going to we'll have to get a steel pickaxe from up here. Oh, there it is. Alright. So I'll take the least damage pickaxe, and I hope I'll be able to repair it fully. I should be able to. Because the drone is going to need it to be fully repaired if it's going to use it, because of the way I've written the program. So I've never actually done any programming with Railcraft like this. I have played around a little bit with it in creative, in a test world a while ago, mostly while testing things in the mod, like I usually do when I encounter an interesting mod. But I haven't really done something this complex, so it's very probable that this program will not do what I think it will at all, and it will fail and the drone will stop, and we're done. And the drone will stop and not complete its work, but we shall see. So put the pickaxe in there. Now, I don't think I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I have quite enough basic glass walls to fill this wall, but we'll see what happens. So now we put the drone down. It and there is a lag spike. It got the pickaxe. and I don't know what it's doing now. The server isn't stuck. I assume it is stuck in a loop. But it did indeed use the pickaxe. So as you can see, the pickaxe now has a damage value of 1, which means it's been used once. That, however, is not the... So when it gets up to 14, the drone is going to discard it and try to find a new one. But that won't be even half of the pickaxe's uses. So I'm not sure what happened. We know it got to here. But then it got stuck in a loop, and it never got back here, because otherwise it would have dug another block. So it must have gotten stuck. So it would have gone through this once, because it used this import to take a pickaxe, then would have started over. It had a pickaxe, so it went here. It checked this, and I guess this should be any. So if there are any air blocks in this, or no, all blocks should be blank. I don't think... There's no way to actually specify air in this, I don't think. So if I type in air, it's just going to find stairs and air tank, air around you, air cell, but I can't actually select an air block. I wonder if I... No, I won't be able to export this because this has an error. Not sure how to do this. I will be back in a little bit. And I'm back. And what I've done is, since I know there are only stone and cobblestone blocks in the this specific wall, I've added those blocks to the blacklist, because I don't think this worked with having no filters. So when all the blocks in this area are... Well, actually, I think it would have to be like this. So when any blocks in this area are either cobblestone or smooth stone, it will try to remove them. If all the blocks in if none of the blocks in this area are cobblestone or smooth stone, it will fail and go down here. So we're going to export that, and I had to make 4 more gray puzzle pieces. I've repaired the pickaxe, because otherwise the drone will not be able to use it. And now we will try again. So now it should keep digging either until the pickaxe is too broken, or until it's dug out all the blocks, and that might be bad. The glass blocks up there will probably collapse, maybe. They will definitely be unsupported. But this seems to be working. Yeah. The drone will dig out these 2 blocks. I'm going to do that. I wonder if I could give the drone a mining drill. That would be cool. Ow. Oh, this is gonna kill me. Dang it. I should have just shot that wood, shouldn't I? Oh well, I didn't lose that much experience. But still, kind of annoying. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Whoop. Creepers here. So it seems the drone got stuck again. And once more, I'm not sure why. Let's collect it. Oh. It's way past 15. Maybe it scales if it's an item. It's not actually 15 here. Or 14. So this is actually a much higher number when it's an item. Maybe? I'm not sure. So this should have triggered this bit, but apparently it got stuck, maybe in this loop here. I'm going to I wonder. I guess I'm going to save this program. So I'm going to use this. So this is a network data storage, and it's pretty cheap. And this allows you to save a program. So now it's stored this program just like a drone. The difference is that this can't do anything with the program except keep it in storage. So I can clear this, and then I can put this in here again and then import it back. This doesn't use any puzzle pieces to store the program, unlike the drone, which is nice. You can also use the network API. This is also pretty cheap. The difference is that the network API will use puzzle pieces to export the program into it. However, and that is because you can use the network API in a programmable controller, and the programmable controller is it behaves like a drone. It can place blocks and export and import items and everything like that. The difference is it doesn't do any pathfinding, and of course it's stationary, so it can't. It has a limited range. But it doesn't do any pathfinding calculations, and it can operate through walls. But it also costs more air, I think, than the drone. So you can insert a program into it via a drone or a network API, and a network API is of course cheaper than a drone. So I'm going to store the program in this network API, and then we're going to throw all this stuff away. Well, actually, we're going to throw some of it away. I'm going to save this large middle bit. Whoops. And we're going to take these. Yes. Dang it. Still need to keep that variable assignment. Whoop. Part. Got a random hiccup there. And then we're going to keep this bit. And then we can throw away this. So this will do. And then we'll export that. And we get the puzzle pieces back. And then we can place this drone. And it should start placing the glass walls. And then it's going to get more. And then it's going to run out when there's 2 left. So that did about what I expected it to. I'm still not sure why the other program didn't work properly. But we can try again with the next bit. But we're going to have to do that in the next episode. I'm going to have to fix the ceiling and make a lot more of these basic glass walls. But yeah, it didn't really work at all, the first program. Not as I expected, which I kind of expected that it wouldn't work properly. But we got the job done, and there is more work to be done for sure. I'm going to have to expand this room a tad, and then we can try again. So with that, I will see you in the next episode.